Right, good evening everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, the Yorkshireman Reacts, and, well, it's time for me to check out and react to the penultimate episode of Father Ted. Yeah, only one episode left after this, very, very sad. And this one's called Night of the Nearly Dead. Okay. Mind you, yeah, I say penultimate episode, but really it's the third to last video related to Father Ted, because I've got the last episode and then the documentary. So, kind of, you know, 2 more videos to go. But in terms of episodes, comedy, yeah, penultimate. So, not gonna make too many bones about it. Just gonna get into it, enjoy it. And of course, Father Ted is an early access series, which means the episodes are first uploaded to Patreon, and then they're uploaded to YouTube with the on-screen text and the background music. And Father Ted is one of the Cheap Super 6, which is 6 ongoing sitcoms I'm currently reacting to at any given time that are available on Patreon without the text and background music in the cheapest tier available, which is the $1 a month tier. No other reactor in the entire community gives you actual exclusive or early access content on their Patreon for that low a price. The cheapest I've been able to find where you get access to actual content is about $3-4 a month. So if you don't believe me, go and check your favourite reactors, look at their Patreons, look at their membership costs and how much you have to pay to actually get their content and not just polls. I know I'm right. And do you know how I'm right? Because Patreon doesn't allow you to price a tier any cheaper than $1 a month. So I've got an actual corporation backing me up on that. You know I take care of my people here at the Yorkshireman Reacts. Anyway, let's go.
Is extraordinary. Strange, short emissions, which the patient shouts out, seemingly involuntarily. Fart! Out! Out! Runs! Girls!
Girls!
Dougal, there's nothing on. Why don't you read a book or something? All right.
No, not that book, Dougal.
No, Dougal, read a different book.
Actually, Ted, it's been a few minutes. I'll see if there's anything good on now.
Honestly, Dougal, you've got to broaden your mind a little bit.
What are you reading anyway?
Actually, I'm rereading it. William Shatner, Tech Wars.
Okay.
Oh no, this Egypt.
My lovely Mayo mummy, so gentle and so wise, rocking on your rocking chair, baking cakes and pies. My lovely Mayo mummy, my lovely, lovely Mayo mum.
It's Owen! Oh, Father, isn't he?
Oh, of course she's into this. God, look at that old telly.
He's a brilliant dancer as well.
Is he? I'm with Farmer Jack. Look at the demographic. Look at his fans. They're all old people, old women. Looked like that one was growing under the head.
Now, it's time to announce the winner of my fabulous poetry competition.
Oh.
You had to write a poem about me, and the prize is that I call round to the winner's house for a lovely cup of tea.
Wow, imagine being so far up your own arse as a presenter of a show where you're doing a competition and the prize is you going round to the winner's house for a cup of tea. That's the prize. Christ.
God, can you imagine that? Oh, God.
So over I go to my poetry corner.
I mean, she's gonna win. Why else would it be included in as part of the plot of the episode? I'm looking forward to, if he does come over, what Father Jack's gonna do.
Okay, here it is. This week's winner. Owen McLove is his name. Singing songs is his game. Someday I will say hello, and for a cup of tea we will go. And the winner is Mrs. O'Neill from Kildare. And it says here she's 110 years old. And she also asks me what my favourite things in the world are. And I'd have to say, well, jumpers and cakes. Oh no, what's this?
Wow.
It's a little puppy with a broken paw.
Oh, piss off!
I'd better go home and nurse it back to health. Goodbye, everybody.
He's probably the one who broke its paw in the first place. It won't even be broken, will it? Let's be honest. There was a trend like that not so long ago. You know, you see those videos on Facebook of like these actual dog rescue charities rescuing like scared dogs from under cars. There's a really popular one where the dog's found under a car. And then influencers actually started putting dogs in like dangerous situations, like they were stranded or something, and then they film themselves rescuing the dog. It was an actual thing. People were actually putting dogs in like, putting animals in like situations that makes them look like they've been mistreated, just so they can make themselves look like they're rescuing animals. It was an actual thing.
Hard luck, Mrs. Doyle. Maybe next time.
There's one of his songs reminds me of the time my husband... I've said too much.
Yep, you
Just go
have.
and listen to his latest album. He's brilliant.
Women.
Where?
Women. Where?
Women.
Where?
No, I mean, women.
All right, yeah.
Women. All right, yeah.
Cha. You can't live with them and you can't live without them.
Yeah. But there definitely aren't any women in here.
No, you're fine. You know what? I could write a poem and send it into that show. Let's be honest, the poetry Mrs. Doyle writes is bound to be hopeless.
What would you write about?
Dougal, inspiration can come from so many places.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to not help him. Oh, it's yourself!
No. Father Nolan was in the gas explosion. He punched a hole in his chest the size of a football. When they found him afterwards, they were only able to identify him by his dental records.
Poor Father Nolan.
Yes, he's very low at the moment.
What the hell?
Oh my God, we're going to cry. I'm going to right now.
Calm down, Mrs. Doyle. What was that again?
Oh my God, it's come to Craigie Island. She come to Craigie Island and he read out my poem.
Your poem. Well, I wrote it as a surprise, but it was my poem.
No, it's mine.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Doyle. I don't think so. What was the first line?
Owen McLove has a happy face.
That's not my poem.
No, it's mine.
I'm hugely confused, Ted.
I'm hugely confused, Ted. Yeah, and so's Ted. He said he was going to write a poem because Mrs. Doyle's poetry must be terrible. Not so much.
I'm hugely confused, Ted. The only thing I can think of that must have happened is that Mrs. Doyle's poem was better than yours. But that couldn't be, could it? That your poem was actually worse than Mrs. Doyle's.
Well,
That just couldn't happen, could it, Ted? Could it?
got it. All tea bags. Contents 40,000 tea bags. The tallest tea bags ever. Oh, she tried to get to the other. What the fuck?
When's he coming? When's he coming? Tell us.
I can't. It's a secret.
Thursday. Friday. Saturday. Sunday.
You want anybody to know. You won't tell anyone, will you?
I swear I won't tell anyone. May I be struck down with every disease that it is known for a middle-aged woman to suffer from. And as you and I know, Mrs. Doyle, that's a hell of a lot of diseases.
Freak.
That's right.
I think he's just pulled up, Ted. The good news is, he can only afford a crappy blue Ford Cortina. Imagine going around in that thing. That's my car. All right.
All right.
You know what I mean.
All right. You know what I mean.
Mrs. Doyle, he's here.
Is this the place? What is it? Some kind of mental hospital?
No, it's a parochial house. This week's winner is the priest's housekeeper. Better prepare the ground.
So what's the story then? Do I have to walk to the door?
Yes.
I have to walk to the door myself.
Yes, Owen, you have to walk to the door yourself. Mr. McLove
I can already tell I'm gonna hate this. Yeah.
will not allow any photographic record of the event apart from one official picture for advertising purposes. Mr. McLove will not sign autographs in ink. Mr. McLove is not an equal opportunities employer. Hello.
Hello, is Patsy there?
Yes, Owen, this is Patsy.
This is Owen here. I'm in the hall now. Is someone going to let me in or will I knock on the door?
Is he actually a retard? What's wrong with this guy?
Now, Dougal, he's our guest. Let's do this for Mrs. Doyle. Yeah, I know.
I'm Owen McLove. That's who I am.
Hello,
Really?
and you're very welcome.
Right, well, I'll leave you alone then.
I'll talk to these two.
Yes, Owen.
What'll I do if the old one says something and I don't know what to say back to him?
I don't know.
What about the tech looking one? He's looking at me weird.
Owen!
He's a bit like Dougal, but a completely obnoxious piece of shit into the bargain.
I smell wee. Where's that from? It's this one here. This one smells a wee.
Best step away there.
So where's the winner then so I can go home and have me tea?
Actually, you can have your tea here. Mrs. Doyle!
Hello.
Mrs. Doyle's starstruck. There's a flood in me knickers.
Brilliant, she fell on her arse.
I love Mrs. Doyle. She's a great character. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus.
Right, that's your 20 minutes up. I'm off. Don't try to stop me.
Owen, did you enjoy your tea?
But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I want to go now. It's getting dark.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you? It's only because the sun goes. There's this. It's got something to do with clouds.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you? It's only because the sun goes. It's something to do with clouds. Oh, I'm gonna miss Dougal so much.
Getting dark.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you? It's only because the sun goes. There's this.
There's this.
It's got something to do with clouds.
It's something to do with clouds.
I want to get out. How do you get out?
Owen, before you go, was there another poem that was very good this week?
What?
Are you sure?
The only other one I remember was from this lunatic. We had to call the police in because it was so demented.
No, that couldn't be it.
Anyway, I'm going to stop talking to you now because I don't know what else to say to you. Hello, is Patsy there?
For fuck's sake.
I mean, you don't need to keep talking to me on the mobile, you know, I'm right beside you.
What? This is a very bad line. Patsy?
Oh, no, not again.
Ladies, go on home now. Nothing to see here.
Go away, you big pile of dirty old biddies.
Oh my God, he has like, that is literally one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen. Wow. Look at that face. Don't you just want to throw a fucking, I don't know what, Mrs. Doyle's teapot at it? Full of tea. Hot tea.
Ladies, go on home now. Nothing to see here.
Go away, you big pile of dirty old biddies.
I'm afraid we can't stay
Arsehole.
around to chat. I have a very important baptism tomorrow. The baby has a very big head and it may not fit in the font.
It's like a big tide of jam coming towards us, but jam made out of old women.
Dougal's had some brilliant one-liners in this so far, this episode.
Bad feeling about this. I think we better get back in the house.
Go away. I don't want to catch the menopause.
Catch the menopause. Lock him out. Yeah. Let him have him. All right.
Actually, dude, that's my hand. Try hitting the women's hands.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Tim.
He's enjoying the show. Are you fucking prick? Oh, I hope this guy dies by the end of this episode.
Hello? Hello?
It has got to that
Battery's
point.
dead. What about your phone?
Wow. How far into the episode are we? 13 fucking minutes and 54 seconds and I already want this guy dead. That says a lot about him, and he's a very popular TV presenter amongst women. Maybe Ted and Dougal should expose who this prick really is.
Cut the lines.
Battery's dead. What about your phone?
They've cut the lines.
They lie in wait like wolves. The smell of blood in their nostrils. Waiting. Interminably waiting. And then...
He's right, Ted.
What do they want?
I think they just want to mother him. To be honest, he's got nobody to blame except himself. I mean, when you've got album covers like this, you know, you're just asking for trouble.
No, I think he is just retarded. Maybe he's not putting on a persona, he just is a fucking... That exactly what he is.
I'm no good at judging the size of crowds, but I'd say there's about 17 million of them out there.
Follow him. What's he looking for?
I'm hungry. Where's the jam?
You're not supposed to eat before your dinner.
You shut up. I'm Moon McLove. I can do what I like. I've got a terrible secret.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
Owen! Right, don't eat the jam from the jar.
You leave me alone. I can have you killed.
I'd like to see you fucking try, you big child.
Get him!
Send him outside, let him have him. Hopefully they'll suffocate him to death. See, now when Dougal does it, it's funny. And I like it, because Dougal's... He wouldn't hurt a fly. I don't think he's ever said or done anything in this entire show in malice to anybody. He's just a nice guy. But this Ian McLove character, you know, absolute prick.
I was just cleaning the spoon.
Ah, nice! I was just cleaning the spoon. I love Dougal.
I can't stand it. They're so quiet. Why are they so quiet?
Patsy.
What do you want? What do you want?
Tell Eon we think he's lovely. Newsflash, ladies, he's not.
It's all right, she's one of us.
Okay. It's like, I don't know, something like I Am Legend or something.
What? What?
Can't go outside at night.
Owen, Mrs. Doyle wants to know, would you like a cake?
Who?
Mrs. Doyle, this woman here.
All right.
It's banana. She says she knows it's her favourite.
Oh, God, yeah, I love that. I'll eat that. No one else is getting any. This is all for me. What's going on?
Oh, my God.
What's happening? I'm scared.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Mrs. Doyle, in an unusual move, has baked a jumper in the cake.
What?
I'm going to get sick. This is terrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'm not wearing a cake jumper. This is horrible. Yuck!
Mrs. Doyle!
I'll eat the cake, though.
Right, Ted, please. Pick up the knife used for the cake and ram it down his fucking throat. How dare you hurt Mrs. Doyle like that, you piece of shit!
I'll eat the cake, though.
I hope it's fucking poisonous. No.
We have to get him out of here. You know what we need? Something to lead them away from him so we can escape. Some kind of misleading event, but what could it be?
I know.
Let's get him out of here. You know what we need? Something to lead them away from him so we can escape. Some kind of misleading event, but what could it be?
I know. A diversion. That's what it's called, a diversion.
Whoever wrote this episode just, you know, we were just thinking about Dougal. He's had the best line so far.
I know what it's called. I didn't ask what it's called. I want to know what the diversion should be. Come on, ideas.
Ideas. Drink, fag, arse, girls! Oh, Father Jack, I'm gonna miss you too.
Drink, fag, arse, girls!
Yes, thank you, Father Jack.
Thank you, Father Jack.
We need more concrete ideas than that. What do old women like?
Do you know what they really, really love, Ted? A big game of bingo. Why don't we just lure them into some kind of giant bingo game?
Right.
I mean,
how would we do that?
Well, we could print up some bingo cards on our printing press and then we...
Oh, what?
Yes, it's the lack of a printing press that lets us down there, Dougal.
Right.
Or bingo balls, or a microphone, or in fact, any bingo paraphernalia at all.
Bingo paraphernalia!
Damn, so near and yet so far.
Dougal's fucking standing out in this one.
No way! Go on home, shoo!
Oh, Father, we just wanted to tell you that was a brilliant mass you did last Sunday.
Oh, well, thank you. I was very happy with the sermon, actually.
Oh, yes. How did it start again?
Let's see, what was it?
Let me guess, they're diverting him now, aren't they? There'll be a bunch of them going in round the back.
I think it was the actor Nick Berry who said...
Sorry, Father. We can't hear you very well through the window.
Right. I think it was the actor Nick Berry who said that...
Oh, there he is. He's asleep.
Isn't he lovely? Oh.
No, he's not.
You're not listening to my sermon at all.
What's going on? Why is the window open?
Can't hold it back. Upstairs. Get upstairs.
It's literally like a zombie movie.
Oh, God. What are we going to do now?
Worried for herself.
You know that shit's taking a turn for the worse when Father Jack's scared. This is a man who jumped out of a fucking aeroplane with the drinks trolley on a parachute. Instead of taking the spare one for himself, he put it round the fucking drinks trolley.
What are we going to do? I'm not so worried for ourselves, Father, but the little ones, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
Just let them have him.
Stop! Ladies, it's after 7 o'clock. I think your husbands might be wondering where their breakfasts are.
Mrs. Doyle's right. Remember last year, Mrs. Dunn? Your husband tried to wash a cup and burnt the house down.
What? Your husband tried to burn a cup. Trying to fuck off. Your husband tried to.
Mrs. Dunn. Your husband tried to wash a cup.
Your husband tried to wash a cup and burned the house down. What?
And burnt the house down. And Mrs. Collins, when Mr. Collins tried to make the bed on his own and lost a leg.
What?
Surely you can't let them get through a day on their own. Go on home.
That is misandry of the highest order. Your husband tried to make the bed on his own and lost a leg.
Can I have this duck? Right, we're off.
Owen, did you have those suitcases with you when you came?
No.
They're yours. I just liked a lot of stuff here, so I thought I'd pack it up and take it off with me.
Oh, that's very cheeky.
Well, I'm taking everything, and that's that. Come on, Patsy.
I'm sorry he's been so much trouble, Father. I think a lot of it has to do with his problem.
Oh, yes, you mentioned something about that earlier. What is his problem?
I have no willy.
Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at him. So Eon's got no willy, and he's got no balls. Have you, boy? You've no balls, have you? What the fuck is going on in this episode? I've no willy. And that's his excuse, is it? For why he's acting the way he is? Jesus.
You mentioned something about that earlier. What is his problem?
I have no willy.
Right?
Don't you have something to say to Mrs. Doyle?
Oh, thanks for the cake, Jumper. There's bloody cake.
He's blown her over twice. First time he just said hello. This time he actually kissed her. And she was sideswiped.
There's bloody cake bits all over the place.
Father, you've been so kind to us. Would you like to come up to the show next week? Father Maguire was telling me you're always trying to get on television.
No, that's not true.
It is true, Ted.
On television.
Oh, he's wearing the jumper. Oh.
That's not true.
It is true, Ted. You're always trying to get on television. You told me it was your #1 ambition in the world.
Did I?
Did I?
I might have said that. Joking, probably. Anyway, I actually couldn't be bothered.
There's a new part in the show. We get an audience member to take part in a quiz. There's a cash prize.
I'll do it.
Nah, I'll do it.
Father, you've got 4 out of 5 right on your specialist subject, William Shatner's Tech Wars. So, if you get the general knowledge question right, the £500 will be yours. Oh no, people will think this is rigged. John Paul II. What was his name before he...
He's not gonna know, is he? He's not gonna know. A question on religion to win the money, he's not gonna know. Father Ted is not going to know the question on religion. That's the comedy, that's the gag. Go.
became Pope?
unoiled cogs spinning round in his head, producing absolutely nothing. It's like watching Joe Biden try to do a fucking speech without his teleprompter.
Jim.
Wow. Jim, really? Oh. Oh, God. That was one of the best. And I know I kept mentioning it, but Dougal. Wow, he was hogging all the best lines in this one. Like, every time he spoke, it was hilarious. I mean, I know that's usually the case anyway. But this time, you know, like, everything he said was like a big gag. Like, I'm pretty sure the audience were clapping after every time he spoke. It was fantastic. But that was one of the best episodes so far. Absolutely brilliant. I have no Willy. Oh, God. I can't tell you how much I'm going to miss this. And the characters, you know. Dougal, Jack, Ted, of course. Even the side characters have been brilliant, you know. The guy, you know, the old, he's a father as well. I've forgotten his name. The one that just speaks incoherent babble. Here I am. What did I call him first time I saw him? Irish Yoda or something. Yeah. Oof. Oh, that's the way he speaks. Oof. You know, the husband and wife that hate each other. They're just telling each other to feck off until someone walks in the store, and then they're like, oh, hello, father. Mrs. Doyle, oh, she's brilliant. I love Mrs. Doyle. And I love how she's, you know, she's always the one that's fainting or doing the most physical stunts. The physical comedy, she's either falling off the fucking window ledge or, you know, when that obnoxious priest came to take over when Jack was sent to the home and he was playing his loud music, and Mrs. Doyle can't help but ask everybody who comes into her house if they want a cup of tea. But he wouldn't be able to hear her. So she had it written on the cards. Would you like a cup of tea? Go on, go on, go on. Every character in this, apart from him and the guy that was destroying the house. Yeah, every other character's been brilliant. I'm going to miss this so much. It's absolutely brilliant. It's no wonder that it was voted Ireland's favourite TV show a couple of months ago. I mean, this makes Mrs. Brown's Boys look like something on fucking CBeebies. Something that they call a children's comedy programme on there. Honestly, it does. And I still do like the first 3 series of Mrs. Brown's Boys. I'll still go back and watch them and I'll laugh my head off. But this is just another level. So much better, so much funnier. So much more invested in the characters. Because, you know, the characters in Mrs. Brown's Boys, they don't feel like... they don't feel real because they do so much fourth wall break and, you know, they won't cut out when someone messes up a line or laughs at a joke. They keep it in the show, which I enjoy, but, you know, you're very aware that... because the episode literally starts with a camera panning from over the top of the audience and showing you the sets on the soundstage. But with this, you feel like you are just watching these people in this house in an island in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Like with Mrs. Brown's Boys, it couldn't be more obvious that it's just actors dressing up as their given characters, telling jokes. Oh, someone's messed up a line, keep it in, it's funny. oh, someone laughed at their gag, keep it in, it's funny. And it is, but I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, this just feels more genuine, you know. Anyway, I'm doing the outro of this video like this is the last episode. It's not, there's one left. It's just how much I love it though. I love this. It's brilliant. Oh wow, Father Ted, fantastic. What a shame that it was so short. Just like Bottom, 3 series. And you can't do any more because the main man, the man who made the show, died. You know? Rick's gone. And Dermot Morgan's gone. So you can't bring either of them back. And I fucking hate that. Life's a bag of shit. What a shame. But anyway, that's the penultimate episode of Father Ted done. Night of the Nearly Dead. I understand why it's called that now. They were really going for the zombie movie motif. It was funny. I just hated that guy with no willy. Still doesn't explain why he's like he is. So, yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on the Patreon to get access to this early. Mind you, by the time you see this on YouTube, this show will be long gone. You know, it'll be long since finished on Patreon. What are we up to? Father Ted. Are we on Series 3 yet? Oh, no, we are. Oh, the mainland. Also, actually, YouTube's only 3 episodes behind. Oh, well. Yeah, well, when you're watching this on YouTube, you know, there'll be loads of other shows running. Loads of other shows running. You go to the About section on my Patreon, you can see a full list of everything that's currently on. So these are early access, these are the ones that go on YouTube with the text, and these are exclusives that won't be seen anywhere but Patreon. But a couple of them might end up on Rumble in like a few months. So keeping up appearances, I'm putting those on Rumble. And Lemmy Show. But the rest of these, no, none of them are on Rumble. So, if you go to that list, you can see what you're going to get. And there's other things going on besides that. And all my movie reactions are all available on Patreon as well. Speaking of which, there's a poll available on YouTube, on the community tab. Let's see how it's doing, actually. 65 votes already. Well, I say already, it's been up for 14 hours. I mean, right, Hot Fuzz is still winning. I'm disappointed. I wanted Jojo Rabbit to win because that's a very popular movie amongst reactors and I've heard it's really good. I really wanted to watch that. And We're the Millers. I've heard that's good as well. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. When I put this poll on Patreon, that could swing the vote back. I don't know how I'm going to work it out. I might just count the YouTube vote. I don't know. But anyway, there's a poll there for the next movie reaction, and your options are Jojo Rabbit, We're the Millers, Hot Fuzz, and Just Go With It. So go and vote. Anyway, that's the penultimate episode of Father Ted done and dusted. So the last episode is next, and then the documentary. So keep an eye out for that on Patreon. Thanks to everybody for your support. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.